call regional director, you have region, which means you're with the team, you're reflecting the team, and you have director, which means you're reflecting the management. And you are really at the articulation of, what the team needs to be operating really well, and you are the actor and the leader of ensuring that the environment for your team is the right one. And it starts by choosing the right people, and then it goes by training and ensuring that you understand what it takes to be successful in your market, in your territory, in your region. And it's also a reflection of the management, and you're there to implement the strategy that the company has in your country, but you can also influence it by feeding back how the strategy is going, how is it executed, what works well, what does not work well. And so your job is really at the cornerstone, right? Because a strategy has to be based on what's happening on the field, on the competitive information, on what are our strengths, what do we want to leverage. It is it's always conceived at the office, but it cannot be done at the office disconnected from the field. And the frontline manager is really the one that can say, okay, I know my territory, I know my team, I know what it takes to implement the strategy well, and I'm also feeding back the organization, and I can tell the company, I can tell the office people what works well, what does not work well, what do we have to change, how to make the changes in a very positive way.
Developed market for me means the move and the change from focus on product to focus on customer needs. It also means a move from product features and benefits to therapeutic solutions. And it also means the change in the key stakeholders, moving from physicians to more to patients and more to payers. And in our case, it's most present in a segment of governmental affairs that we have. It's also ability to adapt and ability to change, because our heritage is emerging market, but as market changed, we have to change, and we call it developed market now.
Separated into two parts of the world, and what is very interesting, it's not separated by geographically, but separated by its nature. So to be in a developed market, it means that the market is established. What does it mean? So we have a product and there is a patient, and a lot of the patient are covered some solution. This can be some solution, this can be some product. And what is the challenge in the future? That how can we access a little bit more patient, and how can we compete with the others to access our brands to the patient?
Developed for me means evolved. And evolved means having the experience of the past and the energy to innovate. So for me, being part of the developed market, it's a great motivation. It means that I can invent every day a new way to win in the market, to beat the competition, and to be always ahead of what the market is expecting.
So what this means is, from where we've been focusing, for a long time, which was only on science, and we've been selling on the science, and we've been selling on the fact that our products were differentiated. And you have payers who progressively, it's not the same in all the markets you're representing, but overall, they want to say, I don't care about difference, I care about price. And our job is to come and say, well, but there's other things which are important. And so we need to look at who is making the decision. And for this person making the decision, we need to bring value, right? And so it goes to why, and I think that was part of your discussion this week, but why are we focused maybe on patients today? And we will have to become very patient focused, but we will have to build something new for the future, that will carry us into this new generation. And this we have to create ourselves, which means we have to have stronger people. We have to have people that are not afraid that they have not done it before. We have to have people that are willing to try. We need to have people that and leadership that is inviting and embracing their team into taking those steps, and that has the speed to tell what works well and what does not work so well. And we will need collectively, and starting with me and the leadership team, to have tolerance for failure, because not everything will work. But when it does not work, we draw the lessons, we go quickly, and we move on.
This is one of the many steps in the right direction, finding the new identity of Abbott. And I'm happy to be part of this process and to participate with all my colleagues, stepping on the new roadmap of the new Abbott.
Customized strategies define us per customer needs in these mature markets. We are speaking about a market where customer is much more informed, where is looking at the cost-value benefits of the medicines that they are getting, and actually they are looking for solutions in this respect. So I think mature markets means a market that still has opportunities if they are properly explored and if the needs of the customers are satisfied in a good way.
Being as part of developed markets, giving me opportunity to share some good experience or the experience that my colleagues are facing in the other developed countries. And this thing can easily and for sure will come also in my countries, and we will face the same challenges over the time.
The challenge is because we are facing severe price pressures by our stakeholder payers, but at the same time it forces us to be more creative in developing the program added value that we need to bring to our main customers, which are our patients.
Looking from the patient's perspective, most of developed markets would be characterized by good access to healthcare, significant government reimbursement, and minimum out-of-pocket payments. At the same time, the mature healthcare systems feel growing budget pressure that are reducing choices available to patients. In order to build sustainable business model, and to be aligned with the EPD strategy, we have to emphasize local market knowledge and unique competencies, leverage our resources through focus from physicians to pharmacists, establish a sales force to promote multiple products and specific pharmacy selling capabilities.
I think we need to have people who are very passionate about their work. Your job as leaders is to make them passionate and to create the environment so that they can deliver fully their passion. But at the same time, we need to be very disciplined, because we know, that some things are really key important drivers: segmentation, targeting, respect of the targeting. I would say frequencies is one of the key drivers when you have large sales forces, but quality of the call and listening to your customer and adapting your call to your customer is so much more important. Right? And so are we disciplined about this? Are we disciplined about the preparation of the call? Are we disciplined about drawing conclusions and preparing the next one at the end? So those things that we have all been practicing you know, for the ones who've been 20 years in this industry, it's been 20 years like this, are things that come and go, and we should not forget at the same time, right? Because they are the indicators of your future success of your people.